Good morning, all my noodly friends. How are we doing today? I have already ranked all of the high rarity evolving sky sets, so today we will be doing all of the art forms from the commons to rares of all the Pokemons out there. Now, obviously, it's not as high impact because commons and rares. Who cares about them? But actually, if you take a fair bit of time to have a look at the artwork, some of them are way better. I believe some of them are way better than the V up and rarity cards. So yeah, let's just dive into it. It's going to be a long video. If this is something that you guys like, let me know. If it's not, you want something a bit shorter and cut up into pieces in the future, just let me know. I just want to give this a go and see how we run. So starting us off with our custom tier list. On the top you have a Rock and Roller for the best, Tentacruel, Wishy-Washy for right down the middle, Borgeist, and Shell Begone, like Shalgon, but horrible. So let's start off with the grass, starting with Pincer. Now, Pincer is pretty cool. He has a hand that's like almost Kamehameha. I don't actually know what that looks like, but it looks like it's about to shoot an energy ball. Doesn't look like he's going to toss you, but very cool artwork from a Pincer there. I'm going to put under Tentacruel. Very nicely done. Next we have Hoppip. So Hoppip is angry here. Usually you don't really see Hoppip that angry, but he's spinning continuously, and I think maybe that's why he's looking a little bit angry. I like the angry style, so actually Tentacruel for Hoppip. Next we have Skiploom, ever happy, ever well and interested in life. A lot of the artworks in Evolving Skies have skies in the background and mountainous regions. This one is no different. Very nice mountainous region from Skiploom. Skipping, not attacking, just juggling like fluff balls. Very nice. So also on the Tentacruel. Next we have Jumpluff. So Jumpluff is spinning attack again. All of them are just spinning. They're all spinning. Doesn't look like he's gonna hurt you though if he contacts his arms of you. It's a literal pom-pom ball. Yeah, again, the whole Jumpluff set, very nice, very pretty. I do like them quite a bit. Next we have C-Dot. C-Dot is just in the air walking. I do like the I'm guessing glow bugs, fireflies around him. Not much going on to C-Dot. The background is nice, but C-Dot himself is a little boring. So right there on the Borgeist. Next as well, Tropius. As you can see, the theme of sky and mountain, very majestic sky. But Tropius himself is a little dull. I mean, he's okay. I'm gonna put it under, Borgeist, because the Banana Chin Boy isn't really doing much. Not the worst, but it's okay, only okay. Next we have Patilla, however you want to call him. But he's in the rain, she's in the rain, muddy, staring out into the wild. Quite a nice card, not super dynamic. I mean, you can see the water, the background is really cool. Wishy-Washy for this one. Next we have Lilligant, dancing by the coconut trees. I don't know why they're coconut trees. It's a bit off from the whole mountainous sky region. So it seems like it belongs in a different set. Dancing, yeah, but because it just doesn't seem like in the right place. Looks more like Hawaii. So I'm gonna put it on the Wishy-Washy just because you are moving, which is quite cool. You can see the petals dance, but yeah, it seems a bit out of place. Dwebble, I do like the artwork. I like it's like color pencil kind of style. So even though Dwebble isn't doing too much, very, very cool artwork. But because Dwebble isn't doing much, I'm gonna put on the Wishy-Washy. Though on its own, if you're just looking at how it's being done, it's very nice. But if I'm considering the background and everything else as well, and it's only okay. Same with Crustle. I mean, he's just standing. Like I get it. He's a crab of a giant boulder. You can't really do too much with him. The background is very cool, which fossils. So 100% more the wishy-washy. Definitely not anything below that. Very nice card. Next we have Fleur with, is that how you say it? Very fun. Looks like she's playing hide and seek. The whole field of flowers behind her is very nice as well. So I'm gonna put it under Tentacruel. I think that's quite nice. Just giving her a bit of personality, a bit of fun, a bit of cheekiness. Very cute. Eldegoss. Now this one I think is they share an artwork with another card, so I think that which we'll cover a little later on. So that really helps give it more story to it. So on its own, if you look at it on its own, probably not the greatest, but because you're in the story of something else, I'm gonna put you on the wishy-washy until I see the next card that tells the story, because I think something is on that tree trunk. Then we have Applin, which is an apple by the river or a pond. It's okay. It's looking at the water. It's an apple. So Borgies, just because there's not much going on this particular artwork. It's a cute apple though. Next we are going into the fire Pokemon with Entei, looking so scary, looking very angry. Angry claw, angry fangs, angry face, whatever anger. I do like the emphasis on the claws just coming at you. Imagine this in the 3D movie style. So rock and roller, very cool, very fun. Victini dancing with flames in the air. And again, here's the mountainous and sky region. So very fun playing. Hopefully not burning forest down. So up, down in the tentacle region, just because of all that movement, all the dynamics. Very fun. Litleo, this is a ripoff from Simba, right? I mean, the entire background just looks like you expect baobab trees and baobab. But like deers and antelope running. Litleo is just all confident and stuck up. So I'm gonna put it under wishy-washy because it's fun, yeah, but it's like something looks too superimposed on this one. Next here we have Pyro, and Pyro, I like Pyro, but it's pretty boring. He's just like ready to pounce, maybe a play. So under Borgies, not much going for Pyro there. Okay, what else do we have here? Psyduck. I love Psyduck. Psyduck's really cool. I'm just gonna bounce to water for now. So Psyduck's rain splash. There's no rain. It looks like a sunny day. But the three little hairs, the art style, it's a little bit more like cartoonish, or just like pencil driven or oil painted. Very nice. I like this quite a bit. Under Tentacle. It's sunny day. Psyduck. Gotta love him. Next up, we have Golda, and this particular image of Golda, it's okay. I mean, it's definitely not your best of Golda. It looks a bit boring. Looks like this was maybe not thought through that much. So I'm gonna put you under Borgies because you're slightly dull in terms of stance and motion and all that. Tentacruel is cool. I mean, look at him. He looks like he's walking on water right there. So it's very, there's a lot of motion. Are those like lanterns behind him? Very interesting. Or those like the wind capturing socks. Regardless, he is in motion and he is going after something quite urgently. I think under Tentacruel will be Tentacruel. Tentacruel seems to be emerging from the deep dark corners of the ocean floor, looking to eat someone. Poisonous prison, bringing you into his little prison there. So quite scary. I think it's pretty cool. Quite a simple art style, but a lot of focus and emphasis on his very, very scary tentacles and the impending doom that he will bring you into his prison. Next up, we have Lotad. You love him, don't you? I mean, he is so derpy. Yes, he is simple, but it works because he is so derpy. And that's why they really used him as this dish to just carry food in this little pond. Poor little guy has, you know, a lot of memes and mocks, but I love this guy in a field, in a pond with sunflowers all around, and think a little out of place, but you gotta love him. So Tentacruel, I do like him. Lombre is the complete opposite, whereby I don't think he gets a lot of love. Is that a mouth or a mustache? I'm not sure at this point. Art style is quite nice. I like the seaweed, how it's drawn, very like 2D. So it's okay, wishy-washy. Notice that not much in the Shall Be Gone yet, or Rock and Roller, there's just one. Alright, next Ludicolo, definitely doing his enthusiastic dance. Rain is coming, splashing water. I imagine, I don't know what kind of 120 damage this giant coconut frog can do to you with his wave splash, but you know, he's happy, having a good time. What do you expect from Ludicolo? Tentacruel, very nice. Kavana, the piranha, just looks very, very meh. I mean, mouth is open, ready to bite you, but not much going for it in terms of his background. He just looks underwater, doesn't look like very, you know, very cool. So under Borgeist. Next we have Sharpido. I don't like this Sharpido. This Sharpido, yes, Sharpido is cool overall, but this is, I don't know. He's in a school of, is it School of Sharks? I'm not sure what you call it. But it's so dull. It's blue on blue with blue bubbles. So I'm gonna put this, and I love Sharpido, but I'm gonna put this on the Shall Be Gone because it's, I don't think it's thought through really. Next we have Phoebus, and Phoebus, what's really, so Phoebus, yes, not doing much, but background is telling a good story here. Look at him, he's trying to avoid, I think he's trying to avoid all of the fishing lines. It's not like he's trying to go after one, but he's trying to avoid them. So very interesting from that point of view. Definitely a lot of movement, he's been captured. So 100% quite like this, the story it's trying to tell. So Tentacruel for Phoebus. And Milotic is dancing in the water, water bending, all of those little, you know, water bubble slides, whatever you want to call it. The hair or her ears, very, very nice. So next we have Love This. Oh, the poor Love This, everyone hates you. But you know, you're a heart-shaped fish. I mean, no matter how much hate you get, you're swimming in fine. Lovely flowers, you're swimming in like a spa in Bali or Fiji. Everyone's hoping to go there one day again once the pandemic's over. So background's pretty good. You're just swimming in the ocean, so wishy-washy. That's the level that you are at. Next, we have Timepole, the poor guy with very, very thick eyebrows. He is just in the water, looking at the world. Nothing to do there. He's just hoping to one day get out. So, I don't know, really boring. So Timepole's right at the bottom. Poor guy. If I were to pull a common, you are not one. And same goes for Cryogonal. Another poor fella. I mean, he is a... What were they thinking with Cryogonal? I mean, the Pokemon himself. Poor Snowflake. I guess he's smiling. I think so, but do you know really? Because he's just a snowflake. Can they smile? Is he smiling with bubbles? Are those bubble rings, bubble pearls? Can bubbles be smile? It's gone. Shall be gone to poor little guy. Bergmite is only cool because right now this entire art It's, you know, polar ice caps. It's cool. The floating piece of ice. That's probably the best part of Bergmite. There's even like a frosted little tree up in the back. So that's the best part of this entire thing. Bergmite himself, a little dull. So down at Borgeist. Avalugg is pretty intense though. I like it. You know, as a table Pokemon, usually you can't really do much, but he is ready to bite you, and you do not want to be bitten or caught in his path. So, you know, Tentacruel for this particular Avalugg. Very, very interesting art piece. Wishy-Washy is adorable as he is angry in this one. I mean, yeah, you can't really do much with a small little fish, but you know, he's in his zone. He is with all the other Wishy-Washis being the big giant one. So very cool. I do like this particular art. So actually Tentacruel for Wishy-Washy, just because they drew him angry and in his little school of fish. And this SQ is so cool, so cute. I think better than the promo SQ. You know, he's supporting his own little head, or he's saying hi with his other SQ slave on the base. Very adorable. I really like this one. I'm actually going to put it into Rock and Roller. One of the better common arts of the entire set. Now we're going on to the Lightning. So we have Pikachu first and foremost. Not the ugliest, not the cutest. I'm gonna put him the Bogies just because it's just, you know, just looking in a world. Mascot or not very interesting. So right down the bottom. Same with Raichu, not very interesting. I don't know what's wrong with this particular Raichu. It's like, you know, I know they don't really have a neck, but it's too fused, right? Looks very bold as well. So I'm gonna put on Bogies. There's Rotom in the back, which is quite cool. But even then, it's not enough for me to give him a higher spot in this particular this list. Chinchou's just iconic look is the droopy little antennae over the head. The background is quite nice. The more, you know, pencil or oil, I'm not sure at this point, style, but very cool background. But Chinchou himself is just floating aimlessly, hopelessly in the ocean. So Borgies for me. Next we have Lantern. Now very, very cute cartoony artwork. Lantern again with these fish. I guess you can't really do too much except float. And so their artwork will always kind of look a bit one dimension between different sets, evolutions or evolving styles, any set that you can think of in the back. Not so much that you can do, especially with these round ball looking fish. Lantern's still cute with the back, so Wishy-Washy it is. Mareep is adorable as balls of fluff go. Very nice, very pared back artwork. Very color pencil kind of drawing, very kindergarten-ish, but works very well. I think they highlight it quite nicely. So Tentacruel for Mareep. Now Fluffy is just in this field of dandelions, so Lily's charging up for that Electro Ball, smiling. I'm not sure why you're smiling so much, for just trying to you know, inflict some pain on somebody. But you know, Wishy-Washy, cute, Fluffy, but not enough to leave an impact. Ampharos has the same artwork style-ish as Mareep, closer to that than Fluffy. Rolling in the verdant hills of Norway or somewhere or whatnot, but yeah, not enough, I would say, in terms of its artwork to be too memorable. So Wishy-Washy, that's where you're gonna sit. Emolga, this is really cool. I mean, it's really supported by the background. Like you're flying, Emolga is flying towards a church. There's, you know, bits of lightning around him. You can see a tree behind. And so the artwork from the background is telling a story that maybe he's running away for safety. So quite cool. I do like this of Emolga artwork. So right up there. And then we have Reggie Lucky for the last electric, and he is, or it is just a looking like a spinning top. So not much, not very innovative, not very creative. Actually kind of dull, to be honest. Right down at Shall Be Gone. So yeah, that's that for the electric. Now we are going on to the psychics. Drowsy and his creepy little psychokinetic hypnotic arms in the air. The colors are great though. I mean, I love the colors. They're very, neon nightclubby kind of vibes there. So the colors supported. I actually think it's pretty cool. Creepy as it is, I think the colors on this is like, whoa, very nicely done. Now the Predator, that is Hypno, his Asian squad. Oh, dude, that is not a good sight. Creepy is good because creepy makes it memorable, and memorable is what you want from art, even though it's creepy. So I'm gonna actually put you into. So even though you're creepy, I'm gonna put it into cool. You might disagree, but it's because it's disturbing to me that it is a good piece of art, because it's so disturbing. Now we have Kieran, Articuno, iconic one wing forward, saluting the air that he's flying in. Is he flying or falling? Because you can't be flying in the air with your arms like that. So probably falling midway, preparing to shoot you some lasers as he's charging at you cruelly. So I don't know, the motion doesn't work for its environment. I'm gonna put it at wishy-washy just because it's a little bit weird where it is posed. Wobbuffet, what are you doing? Are you countering? Oh no, it's headbutt bounce. It's bouncing a headbutt right through probably a mountain. It looks like a meteor. Very interesting how they drew Wobbuffet as such. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, what could you do with a giant wobbly like punching bag except go straight for it, just showing full on impact. Very interesting. Sableye is cool as well. Ready to turn the corner and go and collect some gems, as its attack says. Finding a lot of gems. I don't think anyone would find gems just hidden, not even hidden, just ready there to be dug up. But if you're a Sableye, probably you will. So very cool artwork. I like the old sneaky, cheeky little grin that Sableye is known for. Woobat. Woobat is dull, right? But claymation style of art on the Woobat is at least gonna bump it and save it from the Sharpido category. So down at Borges, because it's doing nothing, but the whole claymation style is always good, it's always amazing. Swoobat is aggressive, like you don't normally see Swoobat heart-shaped little nose to be particularly threatening, but he is doing pretty well in trying to create that synchron woofer as his attack. So I actually think Tentacruel for this particular Swoobat, I think it's pretty nice. Next we have Fleur Baby. Going in for a hug, he's happy to be there, jumping off the little pestle or stamen of that flower, trying to give you that hypnotic gaze in its little flower field. So pretty nice, but no buts. I think pretty cool. Not bad for a Fleur Baby. And then we have Floret, which is a dancing flower in a stream or pond, creating its fairy wind, maybe just moving, water bending, not as much as melodic as we saw, but it's like a water gun kind of water bending, so it's okay. I would say more of a wishy-washy level. And next we have Florges. This one's more like wind bending. It looks like same amount of petals that the last card was doing. So I would say not very unique. It's almost like copy and paste somewhat. So wishy-washy. I have to put them in the same because I can't just. Nah, it's my list. I can do what I want. Florgeeks, down at Borgies, because pretty much same art style as the previous evolution. Now we have Pumpkin Boo. Oh, claymation! I love claymation. It's cute. It does not look like it's gonna cause a stampede, but very adorable. I mean, very cute. Goes up to Tentacruel just because of how it's formed. Very cute. Gorgies himself is not very interesting. I mean, he's smiling. Is that a lantern? No, it's what's on his side. Can't actually see, but he's just smiling. Nothing really to say about that card. Under Borgies, Cutie Fly, color pencil kind of style. Pink lake, that's quite interesting. Maybe it's like a salt lake that's pink. So interesting. In Australia, there's definitely a lake that is pink in color. But I mean, it's Cutie Fly. You can't, not really much going on. Just cause the background is pretty cool. It's going under Wishy Washy. Next we have Ribombee, which is, I don't know, even more boring than Cutie Fly. The background is same color pencil kind of drawing. Interesting in terms of what I was trying to do, I guess. But yeah, Ribombee himself is not doing much. Going into Borgies. Next with Marshadow. Look at those million punch technique. What is it? Shadow Flicky or Rapid Hunt, whichever it's doing to those poor little candles. Did not do you any harm, did not do you any bad, but you're taking out those candles anyway. So very cool card. Goes on the Tentacruel. Next we have Hitmonchan. Oh, you gotta love him with his clean hit, bullet straight hit, just coming right at you, punching through what I can imagine is maybe the waterfall or like just the rain that's coming down. Very cool with his right hook or right straight. Very cool effect. So 100% a Tentacruel level. Zapdos just looking like the biggest kiwi bird that will hurt you with his giant feet. You do not want to be in his way with his giant strong legs. So, but overall just staring, thinking about his life back in New Zealand when he was a young kiwi bird. So it's okay, wishy-washy, which is probably what he's thinking right now. Hippotas is awkwardly looking at you, thinking whether or not to tackle you, maybe about to take a fart. So yeah, it's alright. Very no, not alright. I think she'll be gone, really. Not doing much except just looking at you very awkwardly. Right at the bottom. Hippowdon as well. I mean, looks like a giant pear. A brown pear that's gone off, really. It's gone from green to brown and it's opening up at the base. That's what Hippowdon kind of looks like. Doesn't look like a hippo, doesn't look very menacing, looks very boring. I am gonna put you right down at she'll be gone. Not very cool. Roggenrola is very well put in terms of design. I think the colors of the background works very well. I still don't know what that bit is in the background, that lantern. Maybe it's a lantern, maybe it's to detect wind. But very cool background. The colors are nice. Roggenrola as well, which looks a bit shocked. You can't give emotion to this, but you know, it looks like it's about to go in for attack. It's shocked, so quite nice. I think this one's under Tentacruel level. So we have Boldor, who has just caused a massive earthquake through its Boulder Crush, and still going to strike you down as he's rolling towards you. Menacing face. But other than that, not too much. So wishy-washy it is. Gigalith is shooting something right at you. What is this? Pressure shot. Yeah, it's I don't know what about this green beam though. It's like a hyper beam kind of style. Very intense, very cool. I mean, so big of a shot that the ground is just like levitating slightly. So very cool artwork of Gigalith. Next, we have Palpitoad, who is throwing rocks at you, maybe with you can only assume based on its attack through its tongue, it's throwing rocks at you. So yeah, I guess that's cheeky of him. But other than that, he's yeah, not doing much. I do find he's adorable without his hands. So wishy-washy. That's where you're gonna sit. Next we have Seismitoad going for that sumo stance. Is he coming out of like a hole in the ground? I'm not sure. Shaky Wave and Hyper Voice. Neither of that seems to be what he's doing. Just going on for a very intimidating stance to scare away bears. So I'm just gonna put you on a wishy-washy Seismitoad because good stance, but nothing much else to say about that. Alright, now we're going into the dark side with Moltres. Giant bird with very majestic wings. I like this more than the promo, I would say. Wings are very well set. The background looks like he's in like the Lord of the Rings down with Sauron. You know, malevolent charging. You don't want to be in the receiving end of that. So quite cool. I do like that of Moltres. Nuzleaf is just scanning, stalking you, trying to fake you out on that tree. You know, arm resting on tree, looking all boss, trying to fake you guys down with that very enlarged kneecap of his. So interesting art style. So going under, also wishy-washy, staring you down but not too much. Now Shiftry is quite aggressive. I don't know how it's supposed to be scary that he's trying to hit you with a leaf fan. Can't, you know, yes, he looks scary, but his hands are literally made of leaf, right? So how bad can it be? That said, he's doing what he can with the body he was given and created with. So I'm gonna put you at Tentacruel just because you are quite aggressive, trying to make a cyclone with those little hands of yours. Scraggy trying to pull up his pants at the gym, trying to work himself out with his hard head, you know, taking a little bit of a jog maybe around as his personal trainer is trying to, you know, carry him on. So very cute. I'm gonna put Tentacruel. I think very interesting environment considered. Everything that we've seen has been outdoor, largely like what we've seen with Crafty, with the pencil, color pencil drawing. You know, he's at his lake, he's finished his gym training, he's evolved, his pants now fit, he's ready to do some shakedown or some random poor marrow or something in the ocean. So very, very interesting art style with the whole pencil, as we've seen a lot, but more of a wishy-washy since his hands, you know, he's just standing, doing not too much out there. Zorua is cute, similar, you know, almost like colored pencil-ish kind of style. By I'm guessing a balcony, maybe of an opera house. You know, looking at where he is, it's almost like a little, think of it like a little French, not a French village, but a little French town. You know, with the beautiful, beautiful architecture of the background. That's a little French cafe. I do like that, what Zorua is staring at. So very cool background, goes into Tentacruel. Now Zoroark is very, very, well, looks really evil here. Causing whole night days on the back, you can see, just creating this whirlwind of darkness. Very, very cool. About to transform into the most evil of Pokemon, Thimpole. Very, very cute. Very, very evil at the same time. Nickit is on the ground. Not much licking its paw, but the background of flowers are really, really impressive. I mean, they nailed it with the colors right in the back. So even though Nickit's a bit dull, nothing much to say about Nickit himself. The colors in the background and the complementary, the hues of purple and black, very, very nice. Here we got Thievul, who has, I'm not sure what you have stolen there, except like little pieces of origami. You've been caught, but you look like you want to be caught. Very cool. You probably stole that sofa as well. I'm about to smack you in the head for you to call him out. So very cool. I do like that little pile of stolen goodies. Alright, we're almost at the end. I can't believe I've been talking for so long. I am getting tired, but we're gonna push through all the way because I love these art styles. Altaria's neck, the glorious wings of Altaria, shiny little background in the air, the pink, I'm guessing is sunset. So Altaria's dancing, very shiny, very nice, Tentacruel. Next we have Bagon, who is about to headbutt a tree in order to get some honey from some Rabonbees. Very cute, very, I don't know, it looks like, what's that little green guy from Mario? My brain's freezing at this point. You know what I mean, you know that little guy. So yeah, very cute. I'm gonna put you at Tentacruel because you are adorable, little Bagon. Now Shelgon, which is the Bagon with a donut covering across it, standing atop the giant towers and pillars of a mountain where all the other Pokemon are in this particular evolving sky. Very cool. I think it's above the clouds, as you can see, as well. It's not the ocean that he's standing on. Hoping and dreaming to one day grow his wings so that he can fly. It's a very I don't know, there's a story behind it, so very cool in terms of what it's trying to tell. And then finally breaks through his donut shell with his croissant wings as he becomes Salamence on the next tower of rocks, with fierce dragon fire breath, about to make that intimidating roar. Very cool artwork from Salamence, halfway spitting fire. Very nice. Next we have Dialga. Now this is a very, in first impressions I wasn't sure what I was looking at. I'm guessing it's Dialga trying to smash the ground, creating these chrono winds from his steel smashing, contacting the ground, heavy impact that he's delivering. So it's okay. Very confusing. Don't know what the ground did that you're so angry. So wishy-washy, because I was quite confused when I first saw you. Dino calling for family because he's being harassed by the Dialga stamping on the ground. Poor little guy, but screaming, and I like that the effect of the background is like you can tell that he's screaming very loudly. So Tentacruel. Then we have Zweilous, who is on the other side of the mountain, just only hearing his poor little brother's cry for help. About to take action once he heard this, and he's probably on his way to help his little brother, saving him from Dialga. I would say it's a wishy-washy because staring to the abyss, the sunset's coming in. Very cool background by Zweilous himself, not too much. And here it is. The little baby Dino has called onto his papa Hydreigon, and they're currently dragon countering Dialga, taking on Dialga. Very cool artwork. So many things going on here. I think this is rock and roll. I think it's pretty cool. Hydreigon in attack with the mountains in the background, and the art styles as well, really showcasing his horror. Now Kieran, a more anime kind of, like Pokemon anime kind of drawing. He's in action. I'm not sure what he's ready to do, but you know he's about to shoot you with something, probably to cause you extreme freeze. So very interesting in terms of his action, but more on a wishy-washy because it's just a stance that he's in. It's like a screenshot from the Pokemon anime almost. Zygarde, he doesn't care whatever Dialga's doing, he doesn't care whatever Kieran is doing. He's just by the waterfall, taking a bath, taking a dive. Very cute of him, actually. Doesn't look threatening at all. Doesn't look like he's about to rain down judgment on you. So go on to the Tentacruel side of it. Drampa is so cool though. I love this one of Drampa. 100% going into rock and roll. I mean, look at it. It looks so crazy. It looks like he's angry. It looks like he's going into his Bankai mode, He's just like summoning everything around him, going berserk. That is an amazing art style, probably one of my favorite art styles so far of this particular set. Very, very cool. Next you got Flapple, who is a looks like he just ate probably his poor little Applin brother, and as he's running away from the scene of crime. What is that purple background? I don't actually know, but looks pretty cool, that background. Wishy-washy at best, simply because it's like, it's cheeky, but I'm not really sure. It's not doing it for me. And then Appleton, imagine this gigantic round ball of apple pie breathing fire over you, or snotting thick mucus at you. So not the prettiest of sight, but pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I do like it that he's really chunky. So Tentacruel for you. Next up, the final dragon, we have Reggie Drago, which, similar to Reggie Lucky, not doing very much. He is surrounded by this half semicircle halo. The sun is setting. Little Dragon Ball, as he is a Dragon Ball in a ball of dragon. Very boring. So right at the base at Shall Be Gone. Then we have Evie. So Evie is cute. He is staring at Rayquaza. Rayquaza is going over this poor town who are just terrified about their imminent doom. But Evie doesn't care. He is searching out for his little Rayquaza friend. So very, very cool. I think he goes under Tentacruel. Next we have Teddiursa. Flowers licking his hand as he just finished some honey. He is cute. He is hiding, probably from his angry father, who we're about to see unleash a lot of pain onto this poor little boy if he doesn't return home soon. Wishy-washy for Teddiursa. And here you go, Ursaring, howling to the moon, trying to find his poor little son, probably blaming someone like Applin for maybe taking his poor little baby bear out, or shouting to the moon. Interesting, but I think I've seen this art style before from Ursaring, so definitely just more on the wishy-washy level. There we go, Smeargle. So Smeargle is the next part of that particular drawing with that Eldegoss, I think, that we saw earlier. So part of the same drawing, part of the same story. Still not much other than it's just trying to find its way, painting the trail that Eldegoss would have seen previously. So interesting little artwork, I would say, wishy-washy. Tentacruel, sorry, because of what it's trying to do. Slack Off is really cool. Hanging on, doing a little bit of his, rock climbing, not afraid of anything. Probably isn't even aware that it's hanging off for dear life. We think that he's, hanging off from a very steep cliff. Could be just a single foot drop. I can't see the bottom, but very, very cool background that we see from Slack Off. Very, very cool indeed. Then we have Vigoroth, who seems to be like skating down a slope, maybe trying to save his poor little brother from falling off that particular cliff. Looks like he's about to, unleash a lot of pain as well, like save my brother and smack him so hard, simply because he's caused me so much pain. Under Tentacruel for Defo. And the ultimate angry father who will hit Vigoroth and Slack Off because they have misbehaved. He has given them too much freedom that they've been acting freely, and now he's about to really unleash a lot of pain through a big smackdown when he sees them. I think the whole entire family under Tentacruel. Swablu, this cute little fluff ball of a bird. It's like 3 different cotton balls with the middle one just painted blue. Very cute style. Staring into nothingness, or maybe another Swablu, maybe trying to find a mate. So very cute, wishy-washy at best for this particular Swablu. Lillipup trying to be angry, trying to take the lead, trying to tackle you down, but can't do really much because he is a puppy with a giant hairy face. So not much. I'll put under Borgies at this point. Trying to run after you, but not intimidating at all. Herdia going up the staircase, trying to find his little brother Lillipup, or maybe he's just trying to go up the staircase because he heard the ice cream man ringing some form of a truck. Very cute art style from Herdia with the staircase, really giving it a lot of dimension. I'm gonna put it in the tentacles. Very simple, but he's the leaves and the winds. I see the little lantern over there as well. So quite a little cute little art style. And then Stoutland with his like Kung Fu master mustache. I do not see intimidating fangs at all on this particular guy, but it does look like he's creating a blizzard. The background is really cool, the clock tower in the back of the giant tree, so definitely under Tentacruel. 5 more guys and we're almost there. Here we have Rufflet. He is in a lake or a pond or a Zen garden. Looks like it might be like, oh no, a staircase, not a Zen garden. Probably a park with a lot of like sakura plants or sakura flowers falling. He is really happy, just smiling. I don't know, it just reminded me of Ronald McDonald. So I'm gonna put you up at Tentacruel because I think you work really well, your colors and the background that you represent. Next we have Braviary, who is so much more majestic than your counter, your Rufflet evolution. Look at it. It looks like he's rising in the air. The background clouds are really interesting. It looks like a steam or it's like summoning something, but it's probably just clouds, and so it's coming down at you really fast with his valiant talons, about to unleash a brave bird on your face. Very cool card, 100% Tentacruel. Next we have Fletchling, very angry, somebody stole his worm. So he's gonna surprise attack the back of your head as a raven or a crow would do, because he is annoyed at somebody, but he is tiny. How tiny is he? He's like 3 pounds, 3.7 pounds. Not gonna do a lot of damage, but I would say quite cool because I don't normally see Fletchling that angry. Fletchinda, whatever. Snowy Mountain, I don't know if you would survive in the winter conditions. I know you're like a fire, like a more fiery bird, but really you are like, I can't see you surviving the harsh winter conditions of wherever you are. You are diving down. Not too much else to say from this card. I think under Borgies, because not under Wishy-Washy, because I think the whole winter scene is quite contradictory to this particular bird, which tells a little bit of a story. And here we go. Last one is Talonflame. What poor town are you setting fire on? My gosh, who made you angry? Why are you nitro diving someone? Looks like you're summoning the most ginormous ball of fire above you in the sun. Very cool card. Don't know why you're angry, but definitely Tentacruel. Well, alright, I think that was about 100 plus cards I just talked through. I can't believe if you're still on this particular whole entire video. Thank you all for watching all the way to the back. I do enjoy these long videos, but they are a lot of effort. So please leave a like, let me know what you think in the comment section if you like these kind of long ones, if you want me to cut this down a little bit shorter. But I appreciate all your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. What is your favorite comment to rare card? Again, there have been amazing artworks that we can see. Even if they're common, they might not be full artworks, but every card is telling a story. Well, most of them, some of them are really, really boring. But let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next ranking all video lists for all the next set. I'm gonna do celebrations next. So looking forward to that one so much. Thank you all and have a good night. Bye.